Goodness. What an introduction. Wishing you all my best as well for the plans ahead. That's very exciting. So good afternoon, everyone, and it's great to be here. I would like to just take a few moments to recognise the Whadjuk people as the traditional owners of the land upon which we stand and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. It really is a pleasure to be here and to see that all that is on offer. As a relative newcomer to this conference, it's incredible to see the breadth and the resources showcased over the last few days. I won't need to introduce myself after that welcome. Today I wanted to come and update you, to share an update about where we're currently at with our production ramp up and the work ahead. I'd like to touch briefly on who we are firstly. Mincor has a long and rich history within the Kambalda district of Western Australia. We're about 45 minutes from Kalgoorlie and we've operated in the area for the last 2 decades. We're an ASX 300 listed company with a market cap around 820 million. And over the course of the last 2 years, we've been ramping up production from our 2 high-quality nickel sulphide underground operations, northern operations and southern operations. It's an exciting time to work for a nickel company as part of the world's transition to a lower carbon future. At Mincor, we're excited to have both global vision and local action. Locally, through the quality of the relationships we maintain and the contribution we can make to the region, from direct employment, using local suppliers and providing training and development opportunities, through to royalties and taxes and community contribution. And globally, through the role we play in supplying critical minerals for electric vehicle batteries as demand continues to increase. We want to play an active part in the formation of Australia's critical minerals strategy and see that there is tremendous scope for this country to play a key role on an international scale. I wanted to briefly touch on this slide to provide some context of where the nickel units we produce go into the domestic WA nickel market. Our product feeds the BHP Nickel West system, which, as you can see, is also taking feedstock from its own and others' mines. Our long-term offtake agreement is in place until December 2025, and we maintain a very good working relationship with BHP. This year marks our first year of guidance released to the market. We're producing 8,000 to 10,000 tonnes of nickel in concentrate. Our plan is back-end weighted and we delivered just under 2,000 nickel tonnes by the end of December last year. Our plan is mainly a function of bringing new areas and new mines online. So for the first half, we've predominantly been development focused. And as we move more into stoping, we will now start to see tonnes coming through. We're a company focused on growth. And in October last year, we announced an increase in our Northern Operations Reserve and our overall ore reserves, which extended the life of our operations. We are focused on both extensional drilling as well as exploration within the significant land holdings we have in the district. I started in role in mid-November last year, and since then I've been focused on 3 key priorities. Firstly, the delivery of our production guidance for this year, and importantly, looking ahead to set ourselves up for the year ahead. Secondly, looking at our own exploration pipeline. And thirdly, options for inorganic growth. Since commencing, I've been reviewing mine and geology plans to understand how we can further de-risk our plans. Pleasingly, late last year, we re-signed our agreement with underground mining partner Pit N Portal. This was an important step to refocus on the delivery of safe nickel tonnes rather than commercial distractions. On an execution front, I've been working with the teams to understand the mining rates, labour availability and options for how we can maximise throughput. We have also been going back and understanding more fully the assumptions for the mine design and optimisation, looking at the number of required work areas, the declines profile size and the equipment. On the geological front, we've been increasing our grade control programs and resourcing, continuing to build our on-site teams, especially as we learn more about the Cassini ore body. Importantly, late last year, we decided to accelerate some of our growth options and raised some capital to support these activities, as I said, late last year. These drilling activities were originally scheduled for later in the calendar year this year, and as we've been able to secure a third rig, we've decided to take the opportunity to bring forward these activities as part of our commitment to growth. Now, to talk more fully about the operations. At Northern Operations, which is effectively joining the Durkin and Long mines together, we've recently reached a significant milestone where we have now broken through the incline and decline of the two mines. This is important because it means that we're now able to bring material more quickly to surface, reducing our trucking cycle time by 20 minutes. We're also soon to commence development in the Golden Mile to bring on additional areas for production later this financial year. Lastly, we have also commenced the rollout of improved data capture and visual systems to improve decision-making and performance conversations. This I'm really excited about. Having seen before how data can be used to drive productivity improvements, I'm really pleased to see this work progressing with our underground mining partners, Pit N Portal, very much on board. I did want to touch briefly on exploration at Northern Operations. Recent drilling results are suggesting that there is further strike potential in a broadened mineralised channel than first thought. We now believe that there is up to 2.5 kilometres in strike potential, and our continued drilling program will be targeting this area. This is a low-cost growth option, as it sits firmly within the existing mining envelope, close to infrastructure, and therefore presents a nice opportunity should it prove up. At our Southern Operations, we successfully commenced stoping in November from the Cassini mine. This is a significant milestone as we move deeper down into the ore body. We now have drives off both the northern and southern sides of the ore body and are in a process of optimising our stope cycle time, how quickly we can turn over our stopes to improve our throughput. It's early days and the team remains focused on its productivity drivers as it shifts its mindset from a developing to producing mine. I mentioned before some of our work around de-risking our plans, and the Southern Operations Village is a great example where we've reduced the travel time for our people to and from work, better for their health and well-being and better for the business. Similarly, flights directly into Kambalda are another example. In January this year, we also commenced a significant exploration program at Cassini, which is the first time we've been doing further drilling at this operations. Again, this work was to accelerate the growth program we raised capital for last year. Our rig is set up in an area within the Cassini main body, and we're drilling across into an area called Cassini North, as you can see on the slide. We currently believe that this has the potential of a parallel channel with mineralisation seen in the upper region, and this drilling allows us to push across from the main body instead of going from surface. We're excited to see what comes of this exploration program and look forward to sharing results in the future. More broadly on growth, we're focused on refreshing our exploration strategy. We're going back and looking at the parameters we've used to target areas for greenfield exploration historically, and then led by our very capable and deeply technical internal capability, we're pairing up with some of the very best capability externally to challenge our thinking and look at things differently. Again, we're committed to share more about our exploration strategy as we continue to position ourselves for growth. And I can see our exploration GM sitting in the audience or on seat if you wanted to connect with him at the Mincor stand. So it's an exciting time. It's a chance to change, it's a chance to build, all within the Mincor way. And I'm seeking to leverage off all of the good things that have gotten us to where we are today and remain open for what's to come. Thank you.